Hello, beautiful human. Welcome to Kickoff Flicks. If you have not seen Andor Episode 1, please go watch it because you can't talk about it without spoiling it. So, we are following Cassian Andor, and Cassian is like a smuggler. And he, pretty much goes and does smuggling things. When we are introduced to him, he is walking into this establishment where he needs to find out information and is literally asking bluntly out loud to everybody who he is looking for. Now, again, that doesn't make sense to me because if you need to be secretive of something, you are not going to ask questions in front of people, especially if said people are looking at you and listening to everything that you're saying. On top of that, the person who works there, guess what? Gave up any information without asking for anything in return. Money, information, potential future jobs, nothing at all. I mean, literally, you're just giving out information. That is a very untrusted business if I was to go and I'm looking for a very particular person. Either way, these two sentry guards that were messing with him to begin with decide to find him in an alley. He ends up headbutting one and literally kills him, fights the other one down to the ground, which I'm trying to figure out how he ended up hurting his knuckles. And then the sentry guard is literally pleading for his life and then ends up saying, "We can go in together." Bro, you just made your life sentence right there. It ended right there. Like, you're not going anywhere. I mean, seriously, that's some crazy lines right there. Then we get introduced to the most interesting deputy inspector, and we end up learning that the sentry guard is actually a sentry corporal named Kravis, who by chance was a squadron commander a long time ago and pretty much got demoted down to nothing. So you're telling me that this, sentry guard who is not supposed to be in a building that's not supposed to be there, drinking something that is illegal on the whole entire planet, and then picking on people he's not supposed to, ended up getting what he wanted in return. But then you have this deputy inspector that wants to be all high, tight, and mighty to go defend these people who technically do nothing but bad things. Yeah, that don't make sense to me. But either way, that's over my head a little bit. The deputy inspector is pretty annoying. I really don't like his character, and that's what I like the most about the whole entire episode. The single fact that he annoys me. He's very uptight, tailors his suit, and then at the same exact time does everything by the book when everybody else just wants to, skate by through life because they all work for the Empire and they know what they get if they kind of step over their boundaries. And the best part is everybody that, this deputy inspector is talking to is literally fighting him on like really trying to work. Like, no one really wants to work for him. No one really believes in his authority. They feel like he's inexperienced. He's acting like he's inexperienced and he's kind of green behind the ears. Either way, they have to do what he has to say anyways because he has the rank, and they do. But my question is, how did he find out all the information so quickly on a place that's so barren and they have no real footing there anyways? But getting past that, to my most favorite part out of the whole entire episode, Bix. If Bix was about this whole entire season, I would be about it. I don't know. For some reason, I think Bix, who has all the connections, who is also like the third party who handles the merchandise that grabs it from one person, brings you to another, or connects you to somebody else. I like her dynamic for some reason. I don't know. When I saw her working and doing things, it felt like she was doing something. When she had to leave work to go make this like weird, I don't know, phone call in a tower or whatever she did, it felt like she was doing something, and a lot more important than what Cassian was trying to do, because he was just trying to run away from everything because he messed up, but at the same exact time he's trying to sell something, but he doesn't have the connections, which also in my mind doesn't really make sense because I don't know how long he's been smuggling for, but he would have at least some connections other than Bix. But I guess Bix is a more reliable one because they've been friends for some quite time, but it doesn't seem like he expands his book too much. But Bix, on the other hand, looks like she is a little bit more open to bringing people into her life, especially connections, when it comes to buying and selling, because she always wants her piece. And the best part about Bix, to be honest, when Cassian was explaining what item he actually had and what the importance of that was, she knew immediately how important that was. And to be honest, if she was left in the room with that one item, I'm so sorry, Cassian, but it would disappear. I saw the betrayal on her face and I loved it. It was a person that you can trust and love, and then at the same time you get stabbed in the back because guess what? She wanted some money. She doesn't want to stay on that planet working forever, day after day, doing small hustles. She wants the big money and get bigger, better things. And I respect that game, but at the same exact time, Cassian, I just don't see the authority. Now, you can disagree with me at 100%, and if you do, let me know down in the comments. But Bix kind of won the whole entire episode for me. And then the big question in the room. Bix's contact doesn't want to meet Cassian for the item. Contact wants to meet Cassian for Cassian. So my big question is, what does Cassian have that, the contact needs? Like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, what as that person needs from another person. I'm very interested to find out exactly what that is. And I guess we'll see sometime during the season how important Cassian will be to another person, but will that also interfere with looking for his sister? So let me know in the comments what you think might happen and what your idea might be. What did you think about the episode? How did you like the movement, the pacing? Did you like any of the little bit of action that we ended up getting? And do you like the Deputy Inspector and Bix over Cassian? If so, let me know down in the comments. And if you like what I'm doing and you definitely want to see more, subscribe, hit that like button, and click the bell notification so you won't miss anything. And above all else, don't forget to kick up and not down. And I'll see you the next time I post. Thank you and peace.